I'm live. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We hope that you've had a peaceful week, as peaceful as possible under these circumstances. We want to welcome you to a program that we hope of Shabbat reflections and of singing and of some commentary will give us a sense of community and of coming together at this time. We're going to start with Lecha Dodi as we welcome the metaphorical Shabbat bride. Allah. Oops. There we go. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nikabla. 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 Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Yeh ha'or ha'bracha, Birina u'v'tzochola, Pnei Shabbat nikabla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nikabla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nikabla. I adapted those words and I myself forgot them. And anyway, it is nice to have everybody watching this evening. I want to remind you that if you have somebody to whom you're extending well wishes, or somebody whose name you would like included in the memorial, now is the time to send those names through. Just indicate to us which one it is. You can write them in the chat box. This is, of course, only for those watching us live. We don't have the magic ability to go back in time and redo it, but I hope that some of you will share it. If you're not watching live, you can always send these names before our Shabbat celebration to rabbi@birminghamtemple.org. We're going to continue by lighting our candles and making a l'chaim. Arthur Liebhaber, my husband, will lead us in that. Baruch ha'or ba'olam, Baruch ha'or ba'adam, Baruch ha'or Bashalom, Baruch ha'or, Baruch ha'or, Bashabbat. Blessed is the light of the world, blessed is the light of humanity, blessed is the light of peace, blessed is the light of this Shabbat. If you've got something in front of you to drink, whether it's wine or, as my friend Charlie Paul said tonight, would definitely be a martini, please raise it. We'll all make a l'chaim to life. L'chaim. I'd like to continue with this reading that comes from the past, from the wisdom of Rabbi Sherwin Wein. Life is filled with danger. It lingers everywhere and will not go away. There are so many things to fear: poverty and disease, storms and earthquakes, violence and war. They intrude upon human history and cannot wait to return. Other people speak of heaven and promise another place in another world where danger will vanish. But worlds without danger are fantasies. Disease is real. Fear persists. To live life honestly with no attempt to deny the darker side of reality is hard. To face the truth with no effort to hide from the facts of human nature and human existence is frightening. Yet what else is the life of courage? We cannot be brave if danger is an illusion. Courage begins with honesty, the willingness to confront the world as it is, not merely as we want it to be. Continue with the words of Rabbi Wein as we sing Eifo Ori. Eifo Ori, Ori bi, Eifo tikvati, tikvati bi, Eifo kochi, kochi bi, vegam bach, vegam bach, Eifo kochi, kochi bi, vegam bach, vegam bach. Where is my light? My light is in me. Where is my hope? My hope is in me. Where is my strength? My strength is in me. And in you, and in you. Where is my strength? My strength is in me. And in you, and in you. This week I reviewed some poems of prayer really, that were printed in the foreword. These were theistic prayers, but they had such deep meaning and connection to what we're going through that I wanted to share their sentiments. Tonight, as I had intimated that I might do in my newsletter commentary, I've adopted one of them. It is by, or at least inspired by, Rabbi Ephraim Mervis, the Chief Rabbi of the United Kingdom. Our thoughts turn now to all the inhabitants of our vulnerable world, so seriously afflicted. We extend our consolation to bereaved families, even as we send hopes of a speedy and complete recovery to all who have become ill. We offer strength to all who are struggling. May they be uplifted by the support of loved ones, friends, and community. And may every person discover reservoirs of resilience and hope as we make our way through this crisis. May wisdom guide those who seek a cure. May compassion grace the efforts of all those who offer comfort. May our leaders and their advisors be informed by knowledge and foresight to act with wisdom and sincerity for the well-being of all whom they serve. Let us show gratitude to the doctors, the nurses, and other healthcare professionals and their support teams who tirelessly seek to heal and help those affected, while in so doing, put themselves at risk. And let those of us who are able open our hands in generosity, bridging the physical distance between us through compassion and kindness. At this time of heightened global awareness of our mutual interdependence, may all of humankind better learn to appreciate the strength that comes from being united in concern and love, rather than divided by hate and prejudice. May we all know hope in the face of despair and trust when confronted by fear. Ken Yehi, may this be so. Continue with a song. I'm sorry, I don't seem to have this song, and that's my fault because I think I put it in the wrong list. We're going to sing it anyway. We just will do it without accompaniment. It's called "There's a Place." There's a place with answers we are seeking. There's a place to find our light of hope. Where's the strength to realize our vision? Yesh makom betochenu. Yesh makom betochenu. Look within yourself, you'll find it there. There's a place with wisdom that can guide us. There's a place where we know what's right or wrong. Where's the path to peace that we all long for? Yesh makom betochenu. Yesh makom betochenu. Look within yourself, you'll find it there. Over the past few weeks now, I've spent considerable time connecting to members of our community. As a person who has dealt with anxiety issues throughout my entire life, I'm learning that, at least under these circumstances, I am far from alone. Fears and anxiety seem to be everywhere right now. To manage these, much less to overcome them, is difficult. For some, more than others. In my own case, it was a humorous line by a comedian that reminded me of just how unproductive anxiety can be. She wrote, "Do you know how useless my anxiety is? Like I catastrophize throughout my life about 1,000,000 scenarios, yet somehow not this one." It gave me a laugh. And it gave me pause to think about the role that anxiety has played in my life. Namely, nothing particularly good nor helpful, and certainly nothing prophetic. Working to reduce anxiety, however, does not mean denying reality. After all, living with what's real is part of being a humanist. It's why I included Sherwin Wine's reading about courage again this week. But personally, my own spiritual goal, meaning the way that I intend to manage my own spirits, has included regular reminders to myself that while this is not fun, and while this is not what I or anyone wanted our lives to be like right now, this is what we've been handed. This is our life right now. And how we choose to navigate through the parts of our lives that remain under our control, even in the face of great uncertainty, can go a long way toward determining its quality. The ability to do this, I must add, is a privilege right now. It is not one that many others have. The sickness is real. The displacement is heartbreaking. Worries cannot be expunged by the power of positive thinking. But it is possible for those of us with food and shelter and health to remember that just like with every single experience we've ever had, this experience is also an opportunity, that we must try very hard to engage the tool of perspective, to understand what we are going through as a significant piece of the bigger picture of our entire lives. Personally, this means I am trying to consider what this chapter in my life is teaching me. It's teaching me resilience. It's teaching me coping skills. It's teaching me patience. It's teaching me how to better take care of myself It's teaching me how to better take care of others. It's teaching me the value of living every day. It's teaching me how to live with uncertainty. And it's teaching me to even more greatly appreciate those whom I love. To live through a time like this, may we all come through it in good health, will be to have survived something very significant. To embrace such a perspective, we need to look at the largest picture possible. We cannot, as a video that I spoke and wrote about by former prisoner of conscience Natan Sharansky discussed in a recent Facebook post, we cannot live for the day when it ends alone. We must also live for what we're learning now about ourselves, about our society. We must accept that this is our life for now and live it to the fullest extent possible despite these limitations. Life is short enough. We cannot allow this virus to also kill our spirits. We must rise above it, reaching out to those in need and reaching inward to our needy selves. We must be consciously aware that we are adding this experience to the tapestry of our personal and communal existence, that we are right now weaving its lessons into the larger story of our lives. For most of us, and may this continue to be the case, it is our activities that have been interrupted, not our lives. In this moment, we are still capable of living our lives through loss and pain, yes, but also through generosity and kindness and hope. Right now, hope is a precious commodity, but it is so much more useful than anxiety and despair, and it is kinder too. It can be generated by a genuine appreciation of the blessings we enjoy, those of loved ones and of friends and of community. And it can be strengthened by our resolve to rebuild our society better than it's been. But at its most basic level, hope can guide us if we remember that life is precious. And most importantly, that we are still in it, making our way through this day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. Too often, the surrounding darkness keeps these ideas buried, deprives them of any time in the light. There is already so much darkness in this. The losses are real, the pain is too. But there is no reason to make things darker still. Where there is life, there is light. And where there is light, there is hope. As much as possible, as much as each one of us is able, let us do our best to live in that light, remembering that this is not something that we will merely get through. This is something that we must live through. I'm going to continue with a poem. It's called The Merger Poem by Judy Chicago. It's a vision of hope for a future. And that all that has divided us will merge, and then compassion will be wedded to power, and then softness will come to a world that is harsh and unkind, and then both men and women will be gentle, and then both women and men will be strong, and then no person will be subject to another's will, and then all will be rich and free and varied, and then the greed of some will give way to the needs of many, and then all will share equally in the earth's abundance, And then all will care for the sick and the weak and the old. And then all will nourish the young. And then all will cherish life's creatures. And then all will live in harmony with each other and the earth. And then everywhere will be called Eden once again. Naaseh shalom, shalom ba'olam. Naaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam ve'imru shalom. Naaseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam ve'imru shalom. Na'aseh shalom, shalom ha'olam. Na'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Ha'olam ve'imru shalom. In this community where we find strength and common purpose, we turn our minds and hearts toward all those who need our love and support, those who are ill, those who suffer pain of the body or spirit, those who are lonely, those who have been wronged. Tonight, our well wishes are extended to these members of our community and their loved ones. To Gail Godhealth, Cece Stone, Helen Shernett, Michelle Clevenger, Bill Harris, Greg Lowenthal, Jennifer Breen, and Gail Slater. May all who suffer know that they are not alone. May they be healed quickly. May they experience a complete recovery, a refuah shlema, the renewal of their bodies and the renewal of their spirits. Mekom hakoach betocheinu, mekorot habracha michavrotenu. May the source of strength that dwells so deep within us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Shalom. Mekom hakoach betocheinu, mekorot habracha michavrotenu. May those in need of healing know refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Shalom. Our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every people and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We recall now our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who have died at this season in years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. Tonight, we continue to mourn the loss to this horrible disease of our beloved member, Manny Frisch. And we extend condolences to Michael and to Judith Beltzman on the death of Mike's brother, Stan Beltzman, to this COVID disease. We remember, too, tonight's yahrzeits: Abe Green, Adrienne Mendelson, Benjamin Roast, Herman Wise, Irene Young, Philip Ash, Ann Fogel, Rose Kaufman, Fred Kellman, Edward Rudner, Nedra Mumbrew, Saul Plafkin, Max Weinstock, Arlene Bernstein, Molly Arking, Frances Cousins, and Beatrice Lillian Weisberg. Yehi zichram livracha. May the memories of these beloved people provide some measure of comfort to those who mourn them. Once again, thank you to everybody for joining us. Thank you for the comments and the suggestions. Thanks for sending in the well wishes and those you'd like memorialized. As you can undoubtedly imagine, it's a lonely kind of experience doing this in front of a camera and not looking into your faces. I long for the day when we can be back together in our meeting room. I can't wait to kiss and hug everybody, Shabbat Shalom, to take those names in person, and once again to convene where we can all see each other and hear each other and feel each other's physical presence. But for now, this is what we have. Let's make the most of it. Call someone you love. Live in light. Shabbat Shalom. We'll conclude with Hine Ma Tov. It's a song we frequently start with. It talks about how good it is for us to dwell together. We're not dwelling together now, but we are in our hearts as we sing this song. Hine ma tov u'mana'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'mana'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'mana'im, yararai rarai rarai. Hine ma tov u'mana'im, yararai rarai rarai. Hine ma tov u'mana'im, hine ma tov u'mana'im. Hine ma tov u'mana'im, yararai rarai rarai. Hine ma tov u'mana'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'mana'im, shevet achim gam yachad. It's also an opportunity now to wish you a happy Passover. We will not be gathering next Friday night, as our Birmingham Temple schedule usually gives us a night off after the Seder. We will be gathering on Thursday, April 9th at 6:30 p.m. You're welcome to join us live at that time. We're going to try to have the Haggadah projected onto the screen with the help of all the little gizmos and gadgets that I've been learning about. More importantly, we hope to have you all there at some point so that we can have that sense of community together. Wishing you a Zissen Pesach, as they used to say in the old country, a very happy Passover. Be sure to keep in touch through our newsletter. It's always reachable on our website. If you are interested in participating in a Zoom class, they are now password protected, but you can write to me at rabbi@birminghamtemple.org and we will provide that for you. Again, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We'll see you on Passover.